What if you lost everything and still had to come through for your kids tomorrow? What would you do? Hi, guys. I'm Tim. I am the host and the creator of Dads in the Storm. Dads in the Storm is going to be on several levels. It's going to be a few things. It's a mentorship program. It's a community. And it's a way to reach out to other parents, but mostly for dads to be able to connect, to support each other, and to help understand all the things that we face as parents, as single parents, as dads who have recently gone through some sort of things, and the things that make it difficult for specifically men to get through. None of it's easy. I remember when my ex and I finally split, and the last day that we were essentially in the same house, she came in and said a couple things to me, and said that she was stepping out with the guy that I was aware of. This is a guy that I had problems with. He had sent flowers to the house that I paid for. It's crazy thinking about it, but he'd sent flowers to the house that I'd paid for. She'd said that she was going to be with her great-grandmother, helping her with some things, and she ended up going a couple states away from where she originally started and spent time with him and came back, and all of this stuff I stood for probably too long, because I was under the impression that, not having a father myself growing up, that the right way to go about things was the dad, the mom, the white picket fence, the dog, and the house and the living situation. And I thought that was the only way to be successful in parenting, in life, in relationships, and a lot of things. And that just ended up not being true at all, and that's a hard realization that you learn. And if you have to do it on your own, oh wow, that just makes it impossible, right? I mean, it makes it so hard that it's difficult to come to terms with how you're going to do it, with what you're going to do in order to make it happen, and all of the small things that happen in between that. It feels like a domino effect that pushes you down into thinking that you are lesser than because it didn't go exactly the way according to what the storybook says, right? I'm here to tell you that that's not the case at all. And I'm here to tell you that there are people that go through it, and especially men that go through it. And what our natural proclivity is as men is to just shut up and get the work done. Not that that's not what we do anyways. But there is some things that we can do to help one another and to help our fellow men be successful in this. And having raised my own kids on my own for the last 4 years, I feel like I want to be there for some of you men. So, what this is there's a community. There's a mentorship program that's going to be available. I am doing a podcast, the Dad Pod podcast, and starting some things with videos and trying to put myself in a position to where I can explain who I am so that you get a good idea of what it is that you're going to get out of this. So posting daily content and, putting together things, questions, and putting together a pathway for men, dads, and single dads, divorcing dads to make their way out of it without having a whole lot of situations where they feel just absolutely isolated and disorganized and out of control. And then there's other things, things that pertain to family court and how to go about that and how to push for more time with your kids. And then on the back half, how to organize to where you're still working, like I am actually working right now as I film this video, and able to make the most of the time that you have with those kids and to push that you get that time with those kids. So these are all things that I'm trying to organize to make it to where you're going to go into a family court situation with your guns loaded, baby, so that you can lay both barrels down on the table and say, look, I want to be present in my children's life. I want to pay what is fair for child support, but I want the mother to also be financially responsible for her portion of what she does with the kids. And I want to make sure that I have an impact and a say in how things go for my kids. And so with all of those things combined, that's something that I want to do for people. If you right now are a dad that's in the storm, find the emoji that has the cloud with the little lightning on it. Put that down in there. Like, follow, and subscribe so that we can all do what we can do to make our way through these things as an informed, level-headed, logical, and reasonable community. And I think that's what men provide in this world. We come to logical determinations through the work and the thought processes that we go through in our everyday lives, as we go to work, as we take the kids to school, as we deal with, baby mama drama from previous mom and all of those different things. Be available mentally to prepare yourself for what is to come, what has happened, and what will come in all of these different assets. And I'd like to help you get there. So, follow along, subscribe, be a member of the community, start talking, reach out. These are all incredibly important things to go forward with, because if we do these things as a community, as a group, we all will benefit from it and we'll all be stronger for it. You may be a dad that is in the storm, but I promise you, you are not a dad that is the storm. As much as they'll try to gaslight you and let you feel that way, it's certainly not the case. Stay tuned, gents. We're all going to get through this together. Like, follow, subscribe. I'm Tim. Thanks, everybody.